Iranian dramatic storytelling, or Naqqāli, is the forefather of the Iranian traditional theater, where the naqqāl, or reciter, narrates either a historical or a non-historical tale in prose or poetry to his audience. Structurally speaking, Naqqāli is of two major forms. One is sung and accompanied by a musical instrument.
جهان از سخن کردم چون بهشت و از این پیش تخم سخن کس نکشت.
And the other is performed without a musical instrument. Yet it is based on Naqqāl's mastery in acting and command of vocal music, which is to be enjoyed at certain parts of the performance. Ever since the ancient times and all across the country, Naqqāli has been practiced among different ethnic groups. In various forms, at different places, and in various genres of epic, mythical, legendary, and the like.
سودمندی گزین که این است آیینم فرجام دین.
The Naqqāls usually pick the stories to be told, or rather acted, from the classical Persian literature or the folklore of the diverse communities scattered throughout the territory. However, since Ferdowsi composed his epic masterpiece, the Shahnameh, in the 11th century, tales from Shahnameh began to top the performances in that their audience demanded so.
شد جهانگیر کران تا کران تاله او تاله فیروز بود وقت شکارش همه نوروز بود شکارچی قابلی بود فتح کنان بود و صد فر و ناز یه روز شکار خوبی کرد رو سوی منزلگه خود.
Naqqāli is a one-to-many and one-as-many way of performing. The naqqāl, mostly single-handedly, presents each and every element of the performance. Making use of various gestures and calls and adopting different verbal tones, the naqqāl so elaborately portrays the setting to the audience that they feel themselves at the scene. He acts for all characters of the story, adopting a certain tone for each. Naqqāls are also talented in producing sound effects.
این قنداقا رو پاره کرد حالا این بچه با دست پا داره بازی میکنه دیدین دیگه ساخت این کار کرد و رفت این بچه هم رو این نخد سنگ.
Master Naqqāls are called morshads. The morshads are dressed like dervishes, yet each puts on his own personal outfit. various gemmed rings that the Morsheds wear are also emblematic of their identity. If one decides to become a naqqāl, he must go through the lengthy process of master apprenticeship. Once the Morshed finds the apprentice ready to perform, he gives them the permission to do so. Morsheds are mostly men, but not necessarily. There are also female Morsheds who perform for both men and women. Amongst the variegated forms of Naqqāli, one distinguished form is called pardekhani, or reading a screen, which came into existence over the reign of the Safavids 4 centuries ago. Presently, most of the pardekhanis have religious themes. The pardekhan, or the reader, begins his performance with describing the painted screen. Later, he draws the audience's attention towards a specific corner of the screen where he bids to relate a story about. He then introduces the characters in a decent tone, stands by the screen, and gets the performance rolling. Wherever needed, the naqqāl makes use of his cane to point at the relevant corner of the screen. The screen is painted in a kahvekhane or coffee house style, which is an exclusively Iranian one. While respecting the traditional and religious foundations of the country, the screens also depict an orientation to the culture and folk beliefs. These paintings resemble the never-to-come dreams. As any artistic form is a peculiar language which facilitates peaceful communications among different cultures, the Iranian dramatic storytelling Naqqāli, both unique and age-old, deserves to be safeguarded for the generations to come.
علی سلمان بوزد آمدن قبرستان دیدم
این پیرمرد که ریش سفیدان دلش سیاست ابن صد است فتنه و آشوب کربلاست.
All of us have been put to bed by the many stories told so far. Now the question is, wouldn't it be a nightmare to see that such traditional storytellings are put to bed?
خود را نگه از هزار چه باید داشت در خانه دوستان چو محرم گشتی